Hey, what's up, y'all? Domino 7 here. Okay, back on another video at that. But I want to tell y'all, I haven't talked about Jeopardy on my on my show in a long time. You know, if y'all been following me lately, y'all know I haven't been talking about Jeopardy in so long. Okay, I haven't talked about The Price is Right in a long time. I haven't talked about Wheel of Fortune in a long time. Okay, never had a chance to talk about Let's Make a Deal of Family Feud, So here we go with what I want to talk about this season, okay? This season is half good, half bad, okay? It was bad last season, and I'll explain that after a while, okay? So, season 42 of Jeopardy, okay? This season was alright, though, okay? Jonathan Hud, well, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He was the giant killer of the season finale of last season. Okay, and then came into this season as a Jeopardy champion. Okay, at first I thought him losing was my biggest disappointment. So when he got defeated by Ian Morrison, and then all of a sudden Ian Morrison faced off against Pablo. Okay, yep. So Pablo was the first streaker of this season and got defeated by Steven Olsen, which is he slightly a streaker, but he was heating up and warming up as far as that. Okay, on the roll, I should say. Okay, he was on the roll, defeated by Vicky Travolta. How to pronounce her name? Okay, so Lisa Muller got defeated by TJ of Fisher. hmm He won 5 games. I'm like, this is all right. hmm And and Tom Devon defeated Dar- Dargan Ware. Yeah, I call him Santa Claus. Dargan Ware. I call him Santa Claus because he had that beard. So I said, golly, he defeated Santa Claus, and then Allegra, Cooney, whatever her name is. I was like, she's slightly a streaker, and then she got defeated by Harrison Whitaker. Okay, so I'm like, I enjoyed this season so far. Okay, Ron Lalonde, I was a little disappointed. When he lost. Almost a slightly streaker. Not keeping it in the family with his twin brother, Ray Lalonde. hmm Got defeated by Trey Hart, Will Riley. Mm. And then James Den Dennison, I heard to pronounce it. He won 4 games. I wish he would have faced off against Jamie Dean. That was my biggest disappointment when Luke defeated him in this fifth game. Uh, uh, you know, and then Jamie Dean defeated him and stuff like that. I was very upset about that because I say James could have won one more time. The hell with it. Okay. And then after that, we wound up getting Greg Shaw, whatever his name is. Uh, he won about 3 games. I wish he would have won more than that. You know. Then we wound up getting Tristan Williams. So he wound up a super champ as well. hmm And got defeated by Chris D'Angelo. Okay. But let's give this take right here, okay? This slightly remind me that the game 9 was no game 10. Rose, she could have won against Tristan Williams. that would have been a messed up thing to me, and I would have been very upset. You know, reason why I would have been very upset because a a a spoiler or whatever you call it defeat a champion and got beat by another streaker. You know, that kind of remind me of Michael that to talk about this guy that faced off against Andrew Powell before Andrew Powell faced off against Buzzy Cohen. You know, so I love back to back streakers. I like back to back streakers like that. You know, just like Matamodio and Jonathan Fisher. I like that. You know, so Rose would have faced off against Chris D'Angelo if she would have won against Tristan Williams. You know, the good news is what I love that Tristan won again, and then he got defeated by Chris D'Angelo. Okay, and Chris D'Angelo won about 8 games. I wish he would have made 10 or 11 games. You know, so he would have been a super champ too, and Jeopardy would have made history with the second back to back double digit streakers. You know, so like I said, y'all. Sorry about that. If somebody offended by what I just never mind. Uh, so as I was saying, y'all. Uh, 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 Matamodio and Jonathan Fisher made history when they became back to back double digit streakers. The first giant killer to be a super champ. Okay. Yep. So Tristan Williams, Chris D'Angelo faced off against each other until Chris wound up getting defeated by Peter McFerrin. You know. So I wasn't worried about Peter though, because the good news is Chris lost to Peter at the right time, and I like that, and won 6 games. So all three of these guys qualify for the Tournament of Champions. Okay, and then we got Matt Wheeler. I was hoping he would go for 5 games or whatever, or Dan Lane, whatever. Okay, so Adam Rimson won 12 games. Another another streaker super champ. And guess what? Caleb Groen is tied with Adam. Okay, and what pisses me off that Richard Wynn was the giant killer, the second victim. I'm at the second giant killer to be a victim of a super champ. You know. So I was expecting him to go for 5 games or be a super champ until Caleb came in the picture. You know, and then Sam Ryan wound up being the latest giant killer. Okay, so I say to myself, this probably another disappointment until Grace wound up defeating Sam Ryan. Because the reason why I call this a disappointment because these Jeopardy champions is beating streakers and getting beat by another streaker. That's my problem right there. I like to see back to back streakers. So I wonder if Chris D'Angelo gonna get his revenge. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah. If Chris D'Angelo, I was about to see if Chris D'Angelo gonna get his revenge on Tristan Williams. But I wonder if Tristan Williams gonna get his revenge on Chris D'Angelo, or Pete. No, no, not Peter. Chris D'Angelo get his revenge on Peter McFerrin. I wonder if that'll be the case. Just like James Holzhauer got his revenge on Emma Betcher. So you know what? I don't know how how today's episode gonna be. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch today's Jeopardy's episode due to this storm. Okay. So due to this tropical storm, Hurricane Bertha, not Hurricane Bertha, Tropical Storm Bertha. I hate saying that name. Well, for some reason. Okay. So let's see how Grace Berg, whatever the hell her name is, gonna be. Okay. Will she win three more games or four more games or whatever? We'll see. Cause I feel like this could be another disappointment. Okay. All right. So that's all I gotta say. All right. So let's see what's gonna happen. Okay. All right. All right. Peace out.